Hello and welcome to Straight Talk. I'm Emory.
And I'm Anthony. And this is Straight Talk. No ice.
No chase.
All right. Well, Emory, let's straight talk to the people out there in TV land.
Well, normally we like to do a couple of things, and one of them is Meet the Artist.
Yeah.
And so we're going to do Meet the Artist. We're going to do Alabama Talk, which got a couple of topics that are near and dear to Alabamians, and then Around the World, which we'll talk about a few things that are happening around the world. And then so I'd say, you ready to get to it, man?
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it. Well, here we are. Welcome back.
Hey.
Once again, I'm Emory.
And I'm Anthony.
And you're watching Straight Talk.
No ice, no chase.
No ice, no chase. That means, what that means is that you're going to get it straight.
No ice means the topics are going to be so hot that ice wouldn't stand a chance around us.
Not even stand a chance. And we're going to be for real. He's got his opinions, I've got mine.
Hey, just giving us honest opinion.
And guess what? You have your own opinion. And there'll be a time and place, and we want to hear yours as well.
Yep.
So the phone lines will be open at a certain point, and we look forward to hearing from you and what you have to say. And then until then, you get to hear what we have to say.
Hey.
And who doesn't want to hear that, Anthony?
Not too many people.
I know I don't want to hear it.
Hey.
At least me, anyway.
But I think we give good conversation, give good viewpoints of what we're talking about.
I think so too. And sometimes, it's. I imagine how other people, are feeling and thinking, and they may not know about us yet.
Yeah.
And so they don't have a platform to voice their opinion just yet. So I like to think that maybe I'm giving their point of view.
Exactly, give them a chance to be a voice of the people.
Yeah, because people have different opinions.
Yeah.
And we may not always agree with those opinions.
And that's all right.
And but we're gonna talk about them.
Hey, straight up.
So if you get your feelings hurt real easy, you might not want to wear them on your sleeve.
Hey.
Because look,
put a jacket on.
Yeah, we're not here to hurt anybody's feelings for real, but we're here to talk about the issues that mean the most to us. And exactly. Sometimes that strikes a few nerves. Makes us feel uncomfortable. So just sit there and feel uncomfortable, and don't get mad about it. Or if you do get mad about it, let's hear about it.
Exactly. Call in or log in live or Facebook or anything. I think we're logged into anytime photos and sometime videos. Oh, we have a call already?
Actually, I think we did. But caller, if you were watching the show and you were just trying to call in just then, that was a little bit rushed because I haven't posted the number yet.
Oh, okay.
So Bella Cash, I'll get back to you here in a few. But anywho, so guess what?
We're gonna meet the artist.
We're gonna meet the artist.
Yeah.
We posted a thing. Funk Nation was going to be here.
But we got a last minute cancellation. I mean, they just
Stuff happens.
So the next best artist that we know can fill the void. Who is it? Truly, people, this is truly a talented man. And
who, me?
Yes, seriously talking.
Straight talk, right?
Straight talk. And I mean, if anybody really knows me, they know that I support the fine art, and I always say it's more than just visual art. I mean, we have music, performance, and truly that other category that is real, photography and video. I mean, so that really is an art form within itself. I mean, a different set of skill, techniques, a whole different set of disciplines than your visual arts and then your performance. It's just a class within itself, and no doubt, I mean, you are one of the top top artists that I know. And when it comes to film and photography, hands down. I mean,
well, I appreciate that, Anthony.
Yeah, that's straight talk.
And I paid him a handsome price to say all those nice things.
No, he didn't.
My wallet is now empty, so dinner is on you, buddy. No, I appreciate that. And it's funny since we're going to do Meet the Artist. I come with a story, which a lot of us do.
Okay.
But one of the questions I get asked a lot is, how long have you been doing this? Mm-hmm. And have you always done this? And the answer is not as long as you may think, and no, I haven't. And to be honest with you, the way I like to tell a story is photography was where it started for me. Pretty much saved my life, in a manner of speaking. And I say that because you know, I'm a disabled veteran. I'm currently 100% rated, and I went through a tough recovery period. And
Excuse me.
the things that I used to do to entertain myself or to for self enjoyment or whatever, I couldn't do a lot of those things anymore. You know, I took my driver's license, you know, for a while, you know, from the injuries and a few other things, and I was in a dark place, and I was in recovery from. You know, my worst injury is probably a brain injury. I have scarring on my left frontal lobe, and so you know, things were happening to me that I didn't know how to deal with. You know, my family didn't know how to deal with it. You know, my son was scared. My son, you know, and you know, lots of things. And I looked at it. I mean, I'm causing that. I mean, I know I couldn't help it. I mean, I understand that, but still, it doesn't remove the fact that pain that I see in their eyes. You know, you know, that's me. Yeah. You know. And so, you know, put me in kind of a dark place. But to be honest with you, the reason I started taking pictures, I went to actually, I was at a local watering hole, and they had a
that's a place where you.
They had adult libations, and they had a photography local artist show there, and I was looking around. I was looking at one of the pictures, and I was like. And I was like, man, my dad would really like that picture. It was a photograph of the Hank Williams statue, but it was done in a certain kind of way. It just wasn't just a picture. And it was probably, I don't know if it was bigger than 8 by 10. It was probably 11 by 14 or something like that. And it was matted, nice frame and everything. And I said, hey, you know, how much do I want? I wanted to get it for him for Christmas. And they were like $250, and I'm like, I was like, how much for the train in the corner there? Well, the prints are $8 or $10, and you know, matted and framed is $40. I'm like, okay, that's more my speed.
I get you.
I really like the train, and I got to thinking, I said, why can't I do that?
That's something I can do. Yeah.
You know, because my whole life I've always been envious of artists, and I don't care what your your art is.
Yeah.
You know, whether it was dancing, whether it was music or
performance
or whatever form it was in, I was fascinated by it, and I wish I had. You know, I did. I wish I had some kind of art that I could lean on or whatever. You know, I couldn't draw. I couldn't draw. You know, stick figure looked like a bowl of spaghetti.
Those were the stereotypical forms of art. That is the reason we say that photos and photography are now an art form. You're saying people were envious of people doing art, but now you know how many people are envious of you to being able to capture those moments.
And that's why, you know, and I'm glad you said that too. Because the last thing I'll say about that road, and we'll say the rest of the story for another time, but the very first day that I made up my mind that I'm gonna purposely go out into the world and take photographs and see what I come up with. I packed a bag. I didn't have a camera. I had an iPhone that I had this case for, a special case for, and it had some lenses I could swap out on it. And I had an iPad. And I packed those up, got on a city bus, and off I went. And I spent the day. As a matter of fact, I met a homeless guy I ended up bringing home and feeding and hung out with, and it was a good day.
That was the start.
And that was the start. And I looked at some of the pictures, and I'm like, you know, but I see some potential in myself, you know, and so I started being Instagram. Oh. And with the Instagram, I needed a place to save them. You know, and then if I wanted to share a few of them, I had a format I could share them with a few folks if I wanted to. Well, long story short, some people saw them, and then one thing leads to another. You know, the art director for a music label to hey, can you hang some of your stuff downtown? To, you know,
just start happening.
Just all, you know, there's a whole conglomerate of things that have happened that I'm not even going to go into. But it opened up huge. I mean, the doors just opened up massively. But you know, I try and stay humble. You know, do I have a talent? I know that I have some raw talent. You know. There are some of the people that are, you know, near and dear to me, like you, my friend, tout it, you know, abilities, and I'm like, you know, I appreciate it, you know, but I think everybody throws the bar a little higher than what it actually is for me, you know. But if that's
that is a genuine statement when I say it.
Yeah. Then those opinions, I think I'm a notch or two, you know, below that. It's not purposely being humble, but that's just what it is. But anyway, back to what you were saying. People that wish they could do, I wish I could take. I wish I knew how. Hey, man, I just wish I knew how to work my dang camera. Is that you? Are you saying that right now? Well, if it is, let me know, because that's one of the things that I love to do is take people and teach them what I know.
Yeah.
And I've through this process, I've had a couple of one specifically. A protege, a little young protege.
Gotcha.
And this young lady came from 2 hours away. She'd been real sick, and her mother contacted me. And long story short, she wanted to learn some things about street photography. She liked what I did, and they came up. We spent the day, taught her how to some of the things I did, and let her do some of it. And then I did a interview with her at the end. And then later on, her mother called me and was like, "Hey, I just want to thank you. You took a picture of my daughter and I that looks just like one we had when she was younger." And she showed it to me. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, Anthony!" It was a beautiful. No, it was a beautiful picture. And I thought, and it was better. It was better than mine, in all actuality. I was like, "Oh, but his picture's way better than mine." She says, "No, it's not." I said, "Yes, it is. I'm looking at it. It's better." She says, "No, it's not. You see what's different? My daughter's smiling in your picture." She said, "It's the first time I've seen her smile and happy like this in a long time."
Yeah.
And I wanted to call you and thank you for that. And man, that right there, if I lost my ability to take photographs that day, life's my photography life career is fulfilled.
Shows the power of art.
Because it was therapy for me. So I saw what it did for me. When I found things to take. So then when I started taking pictures of people, I saw how it affected them.
The reaction, yeah.
And then it mousy to
it brings them
I saw
out,
her, step up a little bit, walk a little taller,
that is true.
And,
that is true.
And when I saw that, I was like, man, that if I could feed myself off of that alone, then I would never charge anything.
That'd be a worth.
So that's why I like opportunities like that. Hey, and then I haven't done a street trip in a while. But I've always encouraged people when I've done stuff like that. Like, come on, hey, look, if you're out of town, plan a trip. We'll hook you up with a place to stay. Look, let's cross cameras, and let's get out there and do something. Heck, we got some filmmaking to do. We got some
plenty of work to do.
I've got some ideas that I haven't talked to you about yet. Some little short mini film and short thing and some because I think the story's cool, but I'm always looking for things to improve my skills.
Practice makes perfect.
Teaching others helps doing that. And while we're talking about this, I'm going to go ahead and since
y'all have to
we're featuring me.
Cough, man.
Let's see, where is it at? There we go. So there's a few photographs. This is just some people here.
It's cool.
Yeah. I love cool. Low key photography. And you'll see that I don't know if I chose a few that a lot of them are going to be. That's Bella Cash. Yeah. They love _ Bella Cash on Instagram. Bella Cash on Facebook. Check her out. She's phenomenal. And I noticed that this thing wants to keep flip flopping between the same doggone pictures, and I don't know why it's doing that. But because that's not what it's supposed to do. Oh, there we go.
There you go, yeah.
And so I try to change up. There's a macro.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually next door. But Bella Cash again. She'll pop up several times, I'm sure. But anyway, back to what we were talking about. It saved my life, man. And I've felt my skills grow, and having other people like you and some others around, or maybe want to learn, sharpens my skills better.
Yeah.
Because you and I, just some of the ideas, you've got great ideas, and I've got a technical savvy side, and that's why I think we work together so well.
Good team partnership.
Because neither one of us needs to be the other one, or wants to be, really.
Exactly. Yeah, we both know both sides. So.
Yeah. And we both understand both sides.
Yeah.
And but we, it's all about the art. And that's why we have a segment in our show called Meet the Artist. And we want to meet other artists out there.
Yeah.
And last week we had Sego.
Yeah.
And,
good guy.
And Sego, I tried to hint on it, but he didn't take the bait. We call it, some of us call his genre, we call it retropolitan.
Yeah.
Retropolitan is a combination because he had that raspy, smoky sound with bluesy, kind of rocky, kind of little Motown in there sometimes, but it was enjoyable, man.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Sego.
Yeah, he's got a good sound. So we'll be looking for more of him too. But and then unfortunately we missed out on Fuck Nation this go around. But hopefully we'll get them again sometime. because I know some things about him because I shot an interview with him once before, but I don't want to spoil that. So stay tuned for further. Yeah. But perhaps you know an artist or somebody who like, oh my gosh, this person has made an impact on me or whatever. Let us know. Drop a comment. We'd love to talk to them. Yeah, and to be honest with you, we have the capability. They don't have to be local.
Yeah,
I'm just saying we have some remote options out there, but those things have to be coordinated. So just think about that. But if you have a suggestion or something, let us know, because we're all about meeting people and seeing what they got going on.
This is an interactive talk show, so it's just not about us sitting here talking. We want to interact with you.
Yes, and speaking of interacting with you, I'll let that go for another second. I don't think I have. No, we don't have the number on here, but we will be opening the phone lines here shortly, and we look forward to. Thank you. Michelle is tuning in, and she says the experience is awesome. And thank you, Michelle, for tuning in. Yes, and she and I have talked a few times about what she's fascinated. She actually got to. She came by one day and watched me put together an unboxing. This was my last unboxing video. Mm-hmm. She wanted to see what the process was. So I was like, check it out. So from the moment the box showed up until I finished the B-roll for it and everything, she was like, I had no idea that the amount of work and the planning and everything that goes into this. She was, I am floored. There's no way that I could ever do that. And and that's not necessarily true because I'm doing it. I had to, you know what I mean. But anybody could do it. But but she saw the technical side of things and
the behind the scenes portion of it.
Yeah. Some of the behind the scenes portion of that, and it can be labor intensive.
Yes, sir.
Labor intensive. That's why when people start talking about doing a full feature film,
it's just not as easy as pulling out your camera and talking about shooting.
No, because for some reason people want money for everything.
Mm-hmm. Hey, because that's a part of it.
So, other artists out there who are watching this, maybe you are looking for an outlet. Maybe you have some skills that you would like to share. Or maybe you have some skills you want to learn. Yeah. Well, we've got vision, and we've got some things going on behind the scenes here. We've talked about doing some short films and some videos and some other stuff like that.
Excuse me.
Or if you have production skills, a producer who could run things like this would be wonderful. So maybe you capture the vision with us and want to join us or whatever, or you just want to participate. That would be awesome. Contact us. Let us know. We're in the market for all those things.
Yeah, we are looking to partner and expand and just grow with people.
Grow with people. Yeah. So let's back up to the main screen for a minute.
Okay.
Because we're going to move into Alabama. Alabama Talk is going to be coming up in just a few minutes. But before we do that, I thought that I would go ahead and open the phone lines.
Okay.
And go ahead and get that prepared. So you'll see on your screen now a number, 334-245-3517. Feel free to call in and chop it up with us and tell us what you think. Give us your opinion.
Just say
tell
hi,
us
anything.
Whatever. We'll take it, and because guess what? I have an in button. Next caller, please.
Next. Yeah.
No,
give us a call. Yeah, give us a call. I mean, interact with us on Facebook Live anytime, photos, sometime video.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
because
if you don't want to talk, hey, text us or type of messages.
Right, you could be watching us on YouTube right now. You could be watching us on Periscope right now, or you could be watching us on Facebook right now. So thank you on all those platforms.
But either way, we want to interact with you.
Yes, bring it on. So with that said, let's give them something to interact about. You want to move on to Alabama Talk, shall we?
Alabama Talk.
Alabama Talk, here we come.
Next segment.
Bam, Alabama Talk.
Alabama Talk.
So if you haven't guessed, we're from Alabama.
Montgomery, Alabama.
Montgomery, Alabama. And, I used to hate Montgomery, man. I hated Montgomery.
You did?
I lived here when I was in high school. I graduated high school from here, technically, and I hated Montgomery. And I didn't really want to move up here again. I moved here for family reasons. But since I've been here for a couple of years now, it's grown on me. It's grown on me a lot. And plus, I feel like I finally have like a connection
Niche, yeah.
to Montgomery.
It most definitely is a unique place. I mean, it took time for me to learn to love it also.
It's a lot of history in Montgomery.
It really is.
I mean, if you studied history, I mean, you're aware of it. But you know, being from here, you tend to take that for granted.
True.
At the level of history, the real level of from you can back it all the way up to from the settler days, to doggone this is where the first orders to attack Fort Sumter were given here right downtown. Civil rights movement, everything that goes along with that. Bama. I mean, just
a lot of history.
A lot of history. Which I think is
Montgomery is a very unique place. I mean, very unique place.
And not just Montgomery, but the rest of you, Alabama. But so I had a couple of things that I discovered.
While watching
so I'm gonna hit us with the sour stuff first. Can we go sour?
Let's have some fun.
Let me read this news article to the top of it. It says 2 of Alabama's largest cities are on a list. You hear that? They're on. Are you surprised?
A list.
2 cities are on a list.
Okay.
You know what kind of list they're on?
Tell me what kind of list.
Guess what kind of list we're on? For the highest rates of sexually transmitted diseases in the country.
You saying Montgomery, Alabama?
Montgomery is on the list.
On the list.
2 of the cities in Alabama, are on the top, or on the top 10, I believe. Yes.
Why do you think all of that is going on in Alabama?
Alabama is ranked 5th in the nation. Cities, not states. Montgomery is ranked 5th in the nation.
In the nation.
I mean, cities.
Chicago, California.
Montgomery.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Montgomery.
5.
And guess what?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Guess what other city's on it?
Okay.
Guess what other city? Birmingham. Guess what number they are?
2.
Nah, 20.
Oh, so Montgomery has more.
Number 5th in the country. And Birmingham ranks 20th.
See, I'm glad I don't have to worry about all that, man. Hey.
Why don't you have to worry about it?
Because I'm not that promiscuous like that.
Apparently, Baltimore is number 1 for those of you who are wondering.
Baltimore, Jackson,
Mississippi is number 2.
Philadelphia, San Francisco.
Then Montgomery, right after San Francisco.
Augusta, Georgia.
Look, 1,731 out of 100,000 residents.
Now, what is this statistic saying?
They're saying that's how many cases last year in Montgomery that were identified.
STD.
No, that's how many were identified, were recorded. So now let's throw the unrecorded numbers on top of that.
So you saying some Alabama people really nasty? They be doing it nasty.
They be nasty.
Nasty, man. Ooh, just nasty.
And some of the cities like New York, the Bronx, man, they're number 11. For those of you who don't take offense to that in the Bronx, I don't know why I automatically thought that you would be worse than us.
The Bronx get down dirty, huh?
But Birmingham's out of the top 20, ranks number 20, man. Other Alabama cities in the top 100 were Mobile at 49, Huntsville at 79th. Can you believe that?
Out of all the cities, not just the states. We're talking about
cities nationwide. According to the CDC, more than 2.4 million combined STD cases were reported in the U.S. in 2018 alone.
Now, how do we
fix that?
First, we have to figure out why. Why are we at the top?
Well, you see, what happens is there's a boy and there's a girl.
and then
sometimes there's a boy and a boy.
Then you have a little alcohol, and you have a little, and some more stuff, and
then you have some, without the.
And then, especially not somebody sitting down talking to you, telling you, giving you some type of advice. So,
you know what I think it is that sometimes reality is far removed when it's not right here in your face. Because something like that, it's like you don't know until you know, and it's usually too late when you find out.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't feel that real. I think it's culture. I think it's a kind of a place we're in. The generational, speaking.
That's just what we do.
It's not real unless it's right here in my face happening right now.
You can do it, but just don't be so nasty with it, man.
But that means
take the fun out of it.
Well, no. I mean, I'm just thinking. Montgomery's got some long nights.
Yeah, has some history, huh?
It had some long nights. A lot of, and they ain't necessarily been cold nights in Montgomery either, because we've had some warm weather. But they find reasons to stay in, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. I guess that goes back to education.
And look, people, the slogan you learn in kindergarten is valuable, but sharing is caring doesn't apply to everything. Okay? It doesn't apply to everything. Some things keep to yourself.
Do we have a caller? Can somebody call in and talk to us and tell us why Montgomery is number 5 on a list of the nation's cities?
Whose fault is it? I think it's the women's fault.
Yeah, the women.
I think it's their fault.
Yeah, women instigate.
They'd be like, yo, man. They're like pushing you down and like, hey, you're gonna do this and do that or else.
Man, I had a woman but women are bold sometimes. Yeah,
they're way more bold than men.
Yeah, I agree with that.
We're usually complacent and quiet,
shy, kind of tip around.
Yeah. But like they're very forceful with their words. I don't understand what that's about. You thought they would have learned better. Yeah. Stir the pot.
You gotta go easy. Just can't come in hard.
But but we're straight talk.
Yeah.
So that was fun for a second. But straight talk, men are pigs.
Well, hey, I don't consider myself a pig.
I didn't say you were. Generally speaking,
I'm a man now.
We get roped into. Here's a perfect example. You do photography.
True.
Okay, I do photography. We're both men. Sometimes that can make some people uncomfortable. And it doesn't matter if you're doing, and I'm not talking about boudoir. It doesn't even have to be that. It can just regular. I've noticed that with some things, people are just self-conscious about getting their photo taken. I promise you, what they used to say about taking a picture steals your soul is not true.
Not true.
It's not true. We're not stealing your soul. I promise.
We're trying to document art.
There you go.
Yeah.
And,
artifact.
Look, and there's some sour photographers out there that have created this.
Yeah, use the art form for something other than art.
And I love to tell on them too.
Say point them out.
I love to point them out. I hear some of my friends talk about, so and so approached me with this, that, and I said, read the paperwork to me. What did they say exactly? Let me hear what they said exactly.
So to make sure
here's the real deal. I don't go for that, man.
Yeah, I don't appreciate when people.
I don't appreciate that
misuse art.
Because it's valuable. Hey, it saves people's lives.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes a difference in people's lives.
And I can honestly say that art made a difference in my life. I mean, I always tell the story. I grew up right in Ridgecrest, and being a young teenager with art in me, if a place like Urban Dream was around when I was coming up, I mean, I think I would have made some different choices. So, art is a good thing. I can say art made a difference in me, being able to see things from a different perspective. I mean, truly.
Well, speaking of a different perspective, I want to move this on to something else since we just got finished talking about Montgomery. You're number 5 on the sexually transmitted disease list.
Since we're around that topic, let's straight talk. Keep going.
Senate Bill number 301. You know what that's about? Guess what that's about? I know you can see it, but let's just pretend.
Let's see. It's about cutting the grass.
No, not about cutting the grass. Oh. It's about. It's a new sex offense crimes bill. They've added some things to the sexual offense crimes for the state.
Okay. Added some.
Yeah, and so I was like, okay. Hopefully it's let's get those pedophiles. Let's focus on that human trafficking. Thing going on. But they hit it somewhere I didn't expect. Check this out, people. Some based on recent trends. Back up. Created new sex offense crimes. Some based on recent trends in the use of technology. Okay, so this is based on the use of technology. So crimes used on technology. Okay, so the law bans non-consensual, meaning, for those of you who don't understand that word, no offense, another word, non-consensual meaning you don't agree to have it, you didn't agree to receive whatever, non-consensual pornography, which means is, fellas.
Oh, that's what they made a law about that.
Fellas, you gotta quit sending your downstairs neighbor to your friends. that don't ask for it.
Man.
Not everybody wants to meet your downstairs neighbor.
Is that really a problem?
Have you talked? I know you've got some female friends. Look,
Yeah.
I've got some female friends, and I hear them talk.
Yeah.
I hear them talk, and they have quite a collection. And fellas, I warn you, a lot of them like to
They save
repost.
it.
There's a website dedicated to that, where they can repost to humiliate
Man.
people that do certain things.
Men are just randomly sending women that they're trying to.
Not one of us, not one guy is doing that at all.
Mm.
They just made that law up because it sounded fun. No, that means that there's a problem.
There's a lot of it going on.
So,
Can you believe that?
sometimes called revenge porn, and the use of threatening communications to induce a victim to engage in unwanted sexual activities called sextortion.
Oh, so if you send me a flash picture, a female send me a flash picture. I mean,
So basically, they're using. I'm going to use this if you don't do this. That would be extortion. So sextortion.
Sextortion.
Is that really?
Alabama got some freaky
I tell you what,
things going
for that
on.
to become an issue for them to make a law, because
Yeah.
guess what? We're going to talk about another law that just a bill that came in that a lot of people are going to be like, well, that's $1, that's a day too late, But but this is what we're
They're
talking
really
about
making
here.
laws about this.
Yes, that means that more than one person
has
been in trouble for sextortion.
Sex.
Say that 5 times fast.
Really?
Yes.
Man, I guess I'm a sheltered man.
Now, don't get it twisted, people. Don't let me see you walking down the street with a T-shirt you had made that says "I'm a sextortionist."
New word on the block.
New word on the street. Check that out in your Urban Dictionary. You won't find it in the one in Montgomery. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I agree with it.
Number 5, people, 5th in the state. I mean, in the country,
nation.
in the nation. 5th, Montgomery.
Not of state,
I'm
but
just saying.
of every city.
And if they're not getting it, they're sextortion them into it. What is up with that?
Man, what's really going on?
So let me add the contrast to that. Now here's another bill.
Okay.
For Alabamians, Bill 50 requires the Alabama Criminal Justice Information Center to collect information on allegations of use of excessive force by state, county, and city police, including the race of the officer and victim, and present annual reports to the legislature on the information it collects.
So now they have made a law to say that you have to take
the agencies have to report them.
Yeah, we have to get information on it. So is it that much of a problem?
Well, there's a whole bunch of people right now just sat up in their chair and said, "Anthony, what you mean is that a problem?
Do you mean
what neighborhood do you live in?"
Is it that much excessive force going on by county, state, or either city police?
Hey,
really?
I've never experienced it.
You've never experienced it? Excessive force? Well, evidently a lot of people have experienced it.
I hadn't, but I couldn't keep a straight face any longer, man. Straight talk. And I know we hit it last time.
I get you.
I know we hit it last time, but no, this is a good thing. This is a good thing. This is a good thing. This is basically our state, and this is a House bill. This is a House bill. Our state, our House, state representative, making our law enforcement accountable. So what they're doing is they're having to report all their statistics that have to do with that, and there's checks and balances to make sure that happens.
Yeah.
So that way, now they can cultivate these numbers, and they can get a better look at what the situation is. Now some people are going, they're just doing that now. I mean, it seems like something, because look, we just talked about sextortion.
Yeah.
And I've never heard of that until I saw that article. This I've heard about quite a few times. So that where's the balance in where you see where I'm going with that?
I get it. I mean, maybe it's just that. I mean, it is what it is. I mean,
but what is it? Why is it such a big deal? Oh, hey, Crystal, thanks for checking in. Appreciate you doing so. Let's see, that is.
Now I understand why it is a big deal. I mean, yeah, excessive force by people that are supposed to protect you or not cause harm. That is a reason. but is that much of it going on? That's what's
There's
really
that much.
yeah.
You know, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to remember, it's allegations. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm not. Screw it. It's allegations.
Yeah.
It's not proven because listen, I've seen it with my own eyes. People start to hollering and carrying on to make it look a certain kind of way when it isn't a certain kind of way. Was you wrong? You wrong.
Yeah.
You know, if you got what you got coming, then you got what you got coming, and quit whining about it. You know, quit using the situation, you know, the temperature of the situation in the nation to your advantage. Because all you're doing is making it look. That person is no better than the police officer who abuses his authority. If you use that situation inappropriately to protect yourself from getting in trouble or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because when you go in and you create allegations and you do all that stuff, I mean, people now it's like they want to believe it when they hear it. You know what I mean? And I think you're not helping the situation
just by crying wolf.
If
It didn't actually happen.
There you go. Now, if it happened, hang them. Well, not literally,
Cry,
but you know what I'm saying? Cry. To the extent of the law, you punish whoever's responsible for abusing the rights as a peace officer. But you know, at the same time, citizen, don't make it worse by falsely accusing them. You know, now we got to work through and prove and done, and which has to be done anyway. But it makes it that much harder, I think.
But the statement really goes back to our state, county, city officers using excessive force. Like, yeah.
And I don't mean they're pressing too hard to make sure all 3 copies are readable.
Exactly.
As they hand you that ticket through the window.
Excessive use of force.
Oh, wait, you get tickets? Yeah. I get tickets. I don't know.
Oh, yes.
You get tickets?
I've gotten tickets.
All right, I'm just checking. I wasn't sure. Anyway. So one more thing, and then we can move on to the next.
Yeah, we're talking a little bit more.
See, we're I thought this was interesting. So. Bam! I murdered you. You're dead. I go to court now.
Okay.
Now, because of the situation, I'm looking at Alabama's death penalty. Before, we had let's see, where's it at? Before we had Bill. I lost it here. Before we had Bill. This one Bill. I think let's see. Oh, there it is. Bill 16.
Okay.
The judge who presided over the court case.
You mean once you've been sentenced and then you're sentenced
at trial.
to
You're at trial, and you've got your jury of 12, and they deliberate and they come back with their suggestion on what should be done with you, where they suggest the death penalty or whatever is the punishment they suggest. Then the judge decides. Guilty, Then the judge will decide. You know what? Then he's going. I'm going to deliberate. I'll be back. You know, when he comes back, and he's like, death penalty. Bam, you're sentenced to death. The judge had the ultimate decision. Not anymore.
2 okays. Get an okay from the jury, okay from the judge.
Not anymore.
Not anymore?
Not anymore, my
then
friend.
What's the new bill?
The new bill is the jurors have the ultimate decision. So when they go to deliberate what they've just heard in that courtroom, when they come back and they deliver their decision, that is the decision.
So the judge is...
The judge presides over, and he's a referee.
Judge said, don't put that death on me.
Flag on the play. The defense attorney remain seated for the next 2 objections.
The judge's heart started getting heavy. They said, don't put it on them.
Yeah, so that's that's what. There's some judges in the state that got together like, hey,
we have to
get
get
a little
that
tighter right on my collar. I don't think I want to be on that chopping block anymore. We'll let these 12 people decide.
Exactly.
Which I think.
But hey,
I don't know. How do I feel about that?
Someone else has the right to say you live or die.
12 other people. As a group decision. Now, can you imagine how difficult it will be for them to come up? See, before they could say, well, let's give him the death penalty. He deserves a death penalty. Judge, you decide. Now, they can offer that a little bit easier, I think, because it's not on their head. It's not on their hands.
Yep.
Now they have to go, I don't know if I want to be
decision,
that one.
My vote.
So I'm going to say no, or I'm going to say yay, and now you got a hung jury because you can't get all 12 to agree. I mean, do you think we'll see more of that?
Maybe that bill is really
it may create a hump. It may back up the justice system again,
or to make it harder for a person to be killed.
I don't know. I mean, only time
To
will tell.
receive the
I mean, I'm
death?
sure there's some other states out there that they do it that way, where the jury decide. I haven't done the research on that to look myself.
Yeah, I think
But
that's
to look and see what the results of that are. But I can
that's
just
a good way
imagine.
of the process. I mean, but I
I
guess
like, but I like it. I like it because the fact. I mean,
It's a
you got to have
process.
12 people agree.
yeah, but you got
12 people look at the
agreeing.
evidence.
Yeah,
But you know what? But there's been some innocent people. I mean, I know somebody right now that's locked up for. Matter of fact, he's in jail for murder, for that he didn't commit. And
found guilty by 12.
there's a story here, but anyway, the guilty party, he was absolved through DNA.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the guilty party ended up being arrested, and he confessed to it. And but he's still locked up
Because of the trial that went through, they never can go back.
No, we don't know. We can't figure it out. I've called attorneys for him, and have asked for help.
Because it's a process. I can imagine that.
But here's the thing: he was locked up at one time in South Alabama, and the attorney was in Birmingham, and he wanted $750 just to drive down there and have just to meet him.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't have $750. He's like that. He definitely don't have $750 to give you.
Yeah.
And then I've looked at some other avenues, some other folks, but the free ones, they're backed up.
Yeah.
And then you got to
Don't
sell your
have the
case,
knowledge.
man, he's been locked up now for 4 years.
On something that
4
he's been
years?
proven by
4
DNA
years?
and somebody confessed.
Mm-hmm. And you don't understand why he's still locked up. And originally, before that was completely done, they were going to change. They were going to readjust the charges. They were holding him for. They want to say that he had, because it was a family member that was involved. Want to say he had knowledge of it, so therefore he what's the word I'm looking for? Like a conspirator. He knew it was taking place and didn't report whatever. An accessory. An accessory.
Okay.
That's what they were going to call him, an accessory. But then he got. But then they dropped that too.
And just kept the charges that was.
It was, because it was a family. It was, it was a family member, and so there was some confusion there, which I can understand. Whatever, doesn't matter. You
Yeah.
either did it or you didn't.
Yeah.
Why? We don't understand why. But my point is, now you got 12 people. Hopefully, maybe it'll make it harder to falsely
accuse somebody.
But at the same time, it might make it harder to
Convict.
lock up
Yeah.
and convict the ones that we need. That need an extended vacation.
True, I agree.
Club
I
Med.
agree. I agree.
Making bigger rocks smaller. But I just thought that was interesting. Now it's back in the jury's hands. So you could be on that jury, man. Would Anthony please report to jury duty?
Ooh, I never had
Oh
jury
boy, I
duty
think I'm
before.
busy that day. I think I got a broadcast to do.
I never had jury duty. You been on jury duty before?
I was called. I think I was summoned for it, but I think I had something going on with the military. Had
Something
military
was
service
going
going on.
on.
Yeah, and I got removed from that. But I think it came up once. But who knows? So anyway, so what do y'all think? We've talked about.
Hey, somebody give us a call, man. I mean, hopefully we're watching. Can we see the?
Hey, if you're
videos,
watching
man?
this, share it. Share it.
334-245-3517. Give us a call. We would like to talk to you.
We would like to talk to you.
Alabama talk. Anything positive to say about Alabama? Did we get on a good list of anything?
There was that.
what's
Yeah.
Alabama
There's
good for?
No, that wasn't Alabama. That was somebody else. No, that was another place.
We have some. I don't know. I mean, what's good to talk about Alabama?
Well, look, I hate to bring it back to this again and beat a dead horse, but I'm gonna bring it back to art for a second. Here's an outsider. Now here's a previous outsider coming in. Look, Alabama, you've got an amazing this subculture of art.
Scene,
Montgomery, I heard somebody talking the other day. Montgomery has a god awful artistic scene and da da da. I'm like, so actually, I disagree with that because now granted, it's not. I don't think it's purposely done. But there's like an underbelly of art world. When I say underbelly, I mean it's like I don't know. It's hidden, but it's not hidden. It's not hidden on purpose. But
either you know or you don't know.
It's a community.
True.
It's a community, and the community socializes together. They know each other. You know, they work together. Various things like that I've noticed. And like it's almost like 6 degrees from whatever. You know, I know you, so by extent,
association. Yeah.
Right. You're connected by a whole bunch of other artists. You know. But there's a huge art scene here.
Yeah.
And I don't think it gets the recognition that it's worth, because I've met some phenomenal artists here.
Very talented. I mean, very talented.
I met one here recently. I went and shot an interview with, as for something we're going to use later. But I had no idea that he was a painter. I knew he had machine art. He
nationally known artist?
No, not nationally known.
Okay.
Not nationally. Some people here in Montgomery, and he's got artwork in locations. I mean, at the art museum, the gate to the children's area, to the large. He was commissioned to design and build that. And off the top of my head, I can't think of some of the other things. But there's several. He's been commissioned for several things in around town, and as a machinist who makes art. I mean, I've seen this stuff on display at the museum. There was an art show here where I've seen it, and matter of fact, he's actually in Ocala, Florida right now. I can't remember the name of they call it a smoker. I can't remember what they call it, but it's an art event related, and he built a trike from a mountain bike with the front end, out of aluminum, where people could sit and he could shuffle them around, that needed help with different little things.
Can't wait to see that segment.
But his art's amazing, and he's a painter. I had no idea he was a painter, and I've talked to him before. I bumped into him around town, or whatever. He's humble, but I'm telling you, man, I was impressed. I haven't seen anybody's art here quite like his. His painting's quite like his. Just like I haven't seen anybody like yours either. For those of you who don't know, this guy paints, and it's. I mean, granted, I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it. I've seen your stuff too. It's awesome. But there's people that y'all may know that don't realize they're artistic to the bone.
There are a lot of talented people around here, right here in Alabama.
I don't know if maybe we're not outspoken enough.
Maybe one thing about artists, we tend to kind of be introverted. I mean, kind of like to stay to ourselves. It's not a lot. Well, you just can't say it's not a lot, because there are different associations, different groups. But artists tend to kind of stay by themselves, not to gravitate in a group. There are a few, truly that understand the benefit of coming together. Right. Those are the ones that take advantage of opportunities and organizations and different.
I think we need to get
activities.
We need to get out there more.
Yeah.
I like to see, because
we need to come together more. We need to do more things as a group.
I'm from South Alabama originally, around Enterprise, and they had the Piney Woods Festival, and they had a couple other things, and some big art shows stuff. It's not necessarily just art, but it's all kind of arts and crafts. And I know they do those things around here, but I haven't bumped into one or know of one offhand. Around there I can think of several different things. I think it'd be neat if we had more when the season's appropriate. To have more.
And to be honest, I can agree. There could be more art events, because we need more art. Events as a whole. But there are study events that's been going on for years. Like the Flip Festival at Montgomery Museum of Fine Art. You know anything about that?
No, I don't.
The Flip Festival has been going around since I was a child. Since my Carver CPAC days. So there are events, there are people that are doing things. It's just being able to be with the mainstream. Go ahead.
Being with the mainstream. Real quick, I've got a couple others joining here.
Okay.
Real quick. Hey, my son's watching. Peyton. What's up, son? Peyton. And his mother. Heather.
Checking out Pops.
Golly.
He's doing a great job.
Anyway.
Great job. Truly a very talented artist, man. Mr. Emory.
But anyway, look, I appreciate the focus on me. It's very difficult for it to be on me, but I'll manage somehow.
You are very talented, man. Very knowledgeable. You know your stuff, and then hey, I'm impressed with you. I'm here working with you now, bro.
Yeah, that works both ways. But that's all right. We're going to do a segment about you, too. Don't worry. Don't you worry. So with that said, how about we move things along? What do you think?
Let's go.
So from here, we're going to go to, I think we're going to call, what do we call this thing? Round the World?
Around the globe.
Round the globe.
And that's what we're talking about. No, not yet.
Bam, around the world.
Yeah,
Here we
around the globe.
The number's still there. Feel free to call. Anybody can call but Heather.
334-245-3517. Give us a call. We would like to talk to you.
Yes, we would.
Let's talk about something that's happening around the world.
So what do you know is happening around the world there, Anthony? Give me a second while pull this up too.
What's happening around the world?
Well, I saw we had a Super Bowl. I mean, that's.
Well, that's.
I mean, it's
that's around the world.
But it affects.
Yeah, you're right. That is something. That's a game that was seen around the world. Yeah. So let's give it up for Kansas City. I mean, hey, they are the champions. Super Bowl.
Kansas who?
They are the Super Bowl champions. Yeah, that was an interesting game. Halftime show. Great. Did you watch it? A little bit. No.
Yes, I watched it.
Oh.
It was very good. I really enjoyed it. No.
It was the Super Bowl, man. The Super Bowl.
Yeah. Well, here's the deal. I love football. Okay. I like lots of sports, but I don't know. I go through moments of being plugged in, and then I go through moments of unplugged.
Yeah.
I've got some things that are hot and heavy. When
More
I get
watching.
I'm like a dog with a bone.
Game.
I got some things that are I'm just I worked on this last night.
I agree.
It's kind of what I did, and which is fine by me. I don't mind that. But because these are things I feel like are improving me. Improving things that I'm doing for others. And I just enjoy the game, sure, but it doesn't edify. It's not edifying me or what I'm doing right now. So it's hard for me.
It's not helping your hustle, man. It's not helping your hustle. Not helping your game.
Some people are like, "Oh my God, he's going to hell. He's not watching the Super Bowl."
Mr. Emory is on his grind. He doesn't have time to watch a football game. He has other important things to do. That's straight talk. Straight talk.
I'm just saying, I'm trying to catch some
I
flack
totally
over
get that, man. I mean, hey, I'm on my grind too. Believe that.
You got to do what you got to do sometimes. You know what I mean? That's just the way it
I
goes.
did watch it. I watched a little bit of it. I was able to partake in a few activities.
Okay, well, I'm just checking. Excuse me, I'm just checking the phone lines here.
Yeah,
and they are open.
And so give us a call. We would like to talk to you. I know this is a pilot show. I know this is a new show, but hey, give us a try.
Give us a try. Hey, look, you may be watching this after the fact. After it was recorded, and that's okay too. I hope you enjoy it, and it'll be too late to call in because we won't answer because it's not actually ringing to a phone, so you can rest assured of that. But anyway, it's new. It'll catch, hopefully. Yeah. Share this video though. In post, share.
I'm having fun. What about you?
But anyway, around the world. We
was talking about the Super Bowl.
We were talking about the Super Bowl, but. Look, who didn't go to work?
Oh, yeah. Do you know that there's a statistic about that? About how many people that didn't go to work after the Super Bowl? Is that much of an issue that they came up? Look, they studied it.
What's it called again? It was called sextortion. Sextortion.
Yeah.
And we have this is really, it's that big of a deal. They say, well, you know what?
Let's study
guys with the pens in the I think we see a need to start following this statistic, and we're going to produce a yearly statistic on how many people don't show their ass up for work the next day because they had too much football.
When it started affecting the bottom line.
Beers and wings, people, cut it back.
When it started affecting the bottom line, the money wasn't made the next day. So, hey, we need to study this.
So what's up with that? I mean, I found that kind of interesting. That's like playing hooky from school, but that's your job. Mm-hmm. That's your responsibility. I mean, how do you How do you account for that?
Well, I guess people, once you have a good time, a good night, or once you go into the state of euphoria,
Mm-hmm.
hey, that's what the Super Bowl is all about, getting into a whole nother realm of being.
But to miss, okay, you're on granted. You know, that's nothing wrong with.
So once you go there, I mean, it's kind of hard to get back. You need time to get back from your trip. We got to take a day the next day.
But they even use the word in the article, ghosting their bosses.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
that's
not,
ridiculous.
It's not that I'm gonna call in and say I'm not
junk.
coming. Hey, I'm just gonna
Own
let
your
it play
junk.
out.
Own yourself. You know, that's what I'm saying.
Man, I had a hard night, man. A hard night.
Who did?
Hard night.
You did?
After Super Bowl, everybody does.
I thought, yeah, okay. Well, you have a hard night every night.
Every day, every night I'm grinding.
Every night he's grinding. That's the story we're sticking with. No, I was playing. Look, yeah, I wore out some iced tea. I wore out some leftover noodles. Yes, sir. I sure did. But it was worth its weight. But you know what's the rest of the world think of us now? Do we care?
Nah, man. We talking about around the world. The coronavirus, man. About what you think about that?
Well, you shouldn't drink so much Corona. What you mean? I mean, it's an actual virus called Corona?
Yeah, I think that's the name of it. It's the virus that comes from China that they quarantine and keeping people coming from.
Well, where did they come up with the name Corona? My first thought is, okay, is that the president's way to keep south of the border folks out of
From
the
not wanting call it the Corona.
It's a virtual fence.
I don't know. I mean, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Am I pronouncing it right?
I don't know.
You haven't heard anything about it?
Mm-mm.
There's a virus that supposedly originated in Asia somewhere.
Like the bird flu. There's a lot of
Something
stuff
like that, yeah.
A lot of stuff initiates in that.
But they're trying to link it back to the consumption of snakes and bats and all of that.
Whoa. The consumption?
Yeah, they are.
As in eating?
Yeah, in Asia and China, I mean, in that mainland, culture.
So it's a disease that they're getting from eating reptiles, basically.
Mm-hmm. Bats. Bats are considered a how you pronounce it? Delicacy.
A delicacy, yeah. Really? I did not know that.
Rats too.
Well, I've been to China, and I've seen their rats. They're flipping huge, dude.
Yeah, a lot of
massive.
meat.
Yeah, I saw a saddle on one.
But seriously, I mean, that's what they're saying. That's what some reports are saying, that the virus originated from the consumption of some bat that happened in some market, and it
So
turns into
they
a
had
virus.
tainted bat meat.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
is it? I just don't understand that stuff. And it's a virus.
Now it's a virus.
It's a virus. Okay.
That can be transmitted from human to human.
So it's airborne.
No, not airborne. I think it's
So like in other words, if I have it and I'm at a contagious stage and I'm talking and breathing in the air and in the same air that I just breathed out.
I don't know about airborne. I don't know. I don't know I know it's human to human though.
Mm-hmm. It could be from touch
Touch
your
or something,
eyes and
yeah.
put it in whatever.
But it's a pretty serious disease.
You know what happens now? Everybody's gonna go out and buy some hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
And they say, but that's not necessarily good either.
Stuff, yeah.
When I was a kid, my family sent me out in the yard to get dirty, and I ate dirt, and all that stuff. And people I've seen today, it's like, oh my God, don't touch my child until you use
dirt.
Maybe
that's why you get sick.
But now you have no germ exposure. You have no germ exposure. So how are you supposed to build your immune system if it has nothing to base the build on?
Because you're going to come in contact with dirt and different.
Yeah, there's some delicious dirt out there.
Bacterias and stuff.
Yeah, there's some delicious dirt out there.
You eat dirt?
No, but I think I saw a cooking show about it once.
About eating dirt.
Or maybe it was some kids in a playground. I don't know. Anyway, somebody eats dirt. It's not me. No, it's a French delicacy. It's called derte.
Dirty.
Yeah, and it's a dessert.
I get you. But yeah.
That's what I'm going with.
But the coronavirus, man.
Coronavirus.
Around the world.
Around the world.
Current event, man.
How does it get around the world?
They flying it in.
Look at that. Look at that.
They are flying it in. Because
Wow.
it's not coming by boat.
First class, probably.
First class, probably.
Wow.
For real.
Wow.
Straight talk.
Well, it's like, it's just like, that's how we got banana spiders. That's how we got a lot of, you know what? That's how we got a lot of things in this country,
Just bring them in.
Off the imports of other things. So we're going to quit importing. We're going to do it all ourselves, darn it.
Around the globe.
No, it's too expensive. So look.
Never happened, huh?
Are you kidding me? No.
Not the American way, the global way.
I would
bring it in.
I tease people. I give them a hard time about buying non-American, whatever. And I give people a hard time about that. But I like to support my neighbor first. You know what I'm saying? For real. I like to support my neighbor if I can. But it's
that's what is important. You support your neighbor.
Yeah.
I get you.
My local businessman. I'd rather the mom and pop. Got the little shop. I like to be able to support them. Now, granted, there's some things you just can't do without ordering it on Amazon or eBay or it's come from other places
China.
And
you don't get
Wish.
Get the coronavirus coming from China.
Yeah, well,
you just got the packaging. Where it come from? You better check it, man.
Look, I'm gonna do another unboxing of
oh man.
Maybe I should do it in full regalia of a lab.
Yeah. Hey.
You got a suit? I guess I need a jumpsuit. I need like a jumpsuit.
We'll get you one of
I'll work on that. Food for thought.
We're just having fun. Hey, give us a call, man. You see we acting silly. We just give him some straight talk, y'all. Come on. Straight talk. Well, look. Oh man, this hour went by already.
Yeah, it's time to wrap it up, brother.
Hasn't it been fun?
It's always fun, man.
It's fun.
It's fun
vibing with you, bro.
They're missing out, bro.
They really are.
So if you don't want to miss out on this in the future, you need to follow us, man.
Yeah.
You need to tune in. You need to share this link. Share it. Leave your comments.
Yeah.
So that means YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Ring that bell, ding, ding.
Yep. And be ready for us. Yeah.
Facebook, comment, follow, like, all that kind of good stuff. It would greatly be appreciated. And don't forget, we need a producer.
Yeah.
So we can do what we do, and you can do what you do. Any filmmakers out there want to be photographers or videographers or video creators, whatever. Let us hear from you.
Yep.
Let's get together and let's create something because we have ideas. I bet you have ideas. Let's put them together.
It's always better when we work.
But first,
together.
help us with our ideas first, and then we'll help you with your ideas.
Straight talk.
I'm
We
just
just want to have fun.
Just want to have fun.
Yeah.
So you think that'll do it, man?
Yeah, I think that was pretty good for episode number 2.
Episode number 2.
Straight talk.
Straight talk.
No ice. No chase.
I'm Emory.
I'm Anthony.
Thanks for watching.
Hope to see y'all next Monday.
We'll see you next Monday, 7 p.m. Central Time.
Yep, Central
Adios.
Time.